All right, before we get back to your calls, we got Super Wildcard Weekend on tap. So I thought it'd be fun, because this is what you argue about as a football fan, quarterbacks. I have made a list, a power rank, of all the quarterbacks playing this weekend, and I'm leaving it to Kenny, David, not Roberto, he doesn't even know what football is, and Rico, and they get to grade what I'm about to do. David, if you'd be so kind. Ooh, I like. Okay, here we go, boys. We're going to start out.
Is this the new Peacock song?
Amazon Prime.
Prime, okay, yes.
Can't you hear Al Michaels asleep on the console?
Why did I sign up for this?
If these games suck, I'm going to the golf course. We're going worst to first. At number 14 this weekend. Whatever broke bleep the Dolphins trot out there, because Tua's been ruled out. I don't think Bridgewater's going to play because of the pinky. It could be Skylar Thompson. That, to me, is the single worst quarterback of the weekend.
I agree.
Good?
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it was Tua, yeah.
All right, so at 13.
Okay, wrong.
Wow. At 13, quote, it's going to be an uphill battle for Lamar to play. Lamar's yet to practice. Tyler Huntley's still not throwing at time of us talking right now. You're looking at the Anthony Brown experience. Now, Anthony Brown gets the nod over the Dolphins because they can lean on the ground game and they can lean on his athleticism. He's at 13.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah,
Fair.
You're really squabbling over the bottom here, but yeah, that's fair.
I'm offering you guys the ability to just...
I'm just waiting to see where BCB shows up.
Glad you asked, because at number 12,
There
it's
it is.
Brock Purdy.
There it
Look, it's
is.
been a great story. He's highly insulated, but he is a 7th-round pick. It is his first playoff game. I get a little nervous. So for that reason, I have slotted in BCB at number 12.
Kenny, am I allowed to speak upon this? Because that's what you normally do.
As long as you can keep the tears out of your eyes when you're talking about
Oh,
your third-string
my.
quarterback.
See,
He's been whining about it for so long.
because Kenny, the NFL is not that simple. He's yet to lose a game. Now, granted, he's got great weapons. When all else fails, you just throw to 85, or you turn around and hand the ball off to McCaffrey, or find Debo on a jet sweep. But you're right. Lights are about to get a little bit brighter, Mike. Either he's too stupid to realize the situation he's in, or this thing could crash and burn.
All right, so how about this? If you
go ahead,
want to
David.
replace... David, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a guy I would place after him. I want to see who you have next, though.
All right, so let's go to number 11. A man whose season started out like a Disney movie, and then right around the halfway point turned into a rotten pumpkin of sorts. I give you Geno Smith at 11.
That's the guy I would put
You
behind
know what? You're
Brock
right.
Purdy.
I could swap those two
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
But they're at least in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And again, the Geno we saw weeks 1 through 8, it's not the same. They're struggling to get to 20 points.
Now Geno is doing just enough to get the W.
Throwing behind receivers.
Yeah, some turnovers.
Need the referees to help him out and bail him out on some things.
So let's get to some controversy. At number 10, I have a man who cannot stop turning the ball over. I have a man who, despite missing 5 games this season, leads the NFL in interceptions. I give you Dak Prescott. Ball security is job security. Uh-oh.
Ooh, no.
Rico is
It's-
processing.
No, because I'm trying to think of the other quarterbacks out there who would I put below Dak?
Well, you can write it down,
Yeah.
and then if you choose to
Yeah.
go, okay, like the commercials, throw the challenge flag.
Yeah.
Fine.
I
Kenny,
can think
David?
of one so far.
All right, go ahead. Now I have reasons. That's the key. Kenny,
I think I might put Kirk Cousins before I put
And that's
Dak.
what I was thinking about, Kenny.
I think I like Dak a little bit better than Kirk.
yeah, but wait a minute. Hold on. All I'm saying, Kenny, you can't overlook not just turnovers. We're talking pick sixes, debilitating interceptions.
I think you could make a case that Kirk has been lucky enough this season where there's a legitimate chance he might not have been a playoff quarterback this year had he not won all of those close
Okay,
games.
Rico is
Hold on.
questionable.
What time is that game? It's not prime time.
That's Monday night.
So no Cousins.
That's 4:15 on Sunday.
But you know what? Maybe the quarterback opposite of Cousins.
Well, hold on.
Daniel Jones.
Let me get David's thoughts first, and then you guys can fully quarrel. David.
I would name Tom Brady before I name Dak Prescott.
All right, let's go to number 9, and we can have the conversation. Because this guy, all he does is not turn it over. All he does is complete a high percentage of his passes, and he's become a weapon with his feet. I give you the height of game management, Daniel Jones.
I don't even know who he is, folks. Is this Mike Valenti? Remember last year, Daniel Jones? He hated him. Shoot him into the sun, cannon guy.
Talk to me, people.
I need to see what Daniel Jones can do in the playoffs.
Okay. It's fair.
I would probably put him below Dak right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at least Dak has been there and failed, but a lot of the failings wasn't necessarily him.
But that's we've seen Dak fail. We haven't seen Daniel fail, so I think it's fair to put him
This
up
is the new bar.
in front of Dak.
Yeah, I just value not turning it over. Go ahead, Kenny.
I think because this is where I was putting Dak and Daniel Jones pretty much on the same plane. But we've seen Dak try and fail. We haven't seen Daniel Jones try and fail. So I think I put Daniel Jones like just a hair, the one penis line above.
Okay. All right, let's go to number 8. This is where at one point, this is where a star has fallen. This is where the legend, the GOAT, the man himself, Tom Brady, slots in at number 8.
Yeah.
He's going to throw a ton of 5-yard passes.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is it. I think he's done. I think David gave me the stat that if he beats the Cowboys, he alone will have more playoff victories than Dallas history. But I think that team is cooked. Stick
Okay.
a fork in them.
Kenny,
I think I agree with you, Rico. I think I'm right there with that line of thinking.
8. All right.
Yeah.
David.
Well, I already told you I would put him before Dak.
Okay.
So
All right,
we're kind of
so
in the same range. there.
At 7, I have Kirk Cousins. Now, look, being middle of the road of the playoff quarterbacks is not a huge vote of confidence. But he has had a really nice year. And unless he's playing at night, he doesn't really turn it over.
Right.
So I did. I just slotted him here because I feel like I can trust him a little more than the guys behind him.
Yeah, fair enough.
7, any
I just had to look at the time of the game. It's a 4:30 game.
we're safe
You're okay.
until it's the fourth quarter. Then it gets dark out.
Oh.
I like Brady a little bit higher than that, just because I've seen him have playoff success and Kirk Cousins not as much.
Okay.
So.
And I can absolutely live with that. I just want to know if I was out of order with any of these. David?
Oh, I think, and I was telling him a second ago, figuring Kirk Cousins would be next.
Okay.
We're all in that same range with Brady, Dak, Daniel, and Kirk.
Well,
So,
here's who's next, and I don't know if you'll guess it, but there is a caveat to this, and I'm offering it to you. At number 6, it is the non-running version of Jalen Hurts. That shoulder is not right. There is something wrong in there, and they're not letting him run. And if he's not going to run, he's not Jalen Hurts.
See, I think that they held him off for the playoffs.
Okay.
You're not going to run. We have enough. Let's get this. Let's hopefully we've won so many games earlier.
All right.
We get the number 1 seed. Now you can go ahead and try to win.
Okay,
this
if
thing.
what I watched last weekend is what we're getting, he's number 6.
Yeah, he's one funky hit away from being out of commission again, just as we started. So yeah,
But isn't
he's
that every quarterback?
not one that's already has a prior injury that he's dealing with throughout the last part of the season.
I would go higher with that.
And Sirianni said he was hurting bad last week, so I don't know how effective he's going to be.
So do you at least understand why I
I
have
think
him
it's
where I
fair
have him?
because of that.
I do, and I would be okay with that, Mike, if they had to play this weekend, but they don't.
Okay. Controversy. Here's where it is. I have made a decision, and I think Rico will disagree with it. At number 5,
I like this so far.
Justin Herbert. He's fabulous. But I happen to like one of his counterparts a little bit better.
No, I'm okay with that.
You're okay, Herbert, at 5?
I'm okay with that because
Kenny?
Herbert has underachieved. A lot has been given to him, and he has not produced.
Yeah, Herbert's on a prove it to me program. He's got to prove it to me.
That's
Maybe
why I
he moves
love
up a little
Saturday
bit.
night's game so much.
Yeah, see, we're starting to get to the elite part
Yeah.
of the list, and he hasn't proven anything. He's not played a playoff game yet.
So number 4 is Trevor Lawrence. I absolutely love what
So you
I've
have
seen.
Trevor Lawrence over Brock Purdy?
I do.
I'm kidding.
But no, I mean, look, you're seeing the player we all remember from Clemson 3 years ago. Not his last year there, and certainly not whatever last year
You know what?
was.
Here's a funny thing happens when you get good coaching.
Isn't that true?
You get good coaching, you get a good offensive coordinator, and now you see what he can do.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
And by the way, running the football physically, he's dropping dimes out there. I have him at 4. So here's your big 3. I'll give you all 3, and then you can re-rank and do whatever you want. At 3, I have Josh Allen because of the red zone turnovers. He just won't stop. It's debilitating. I can't take it. At number 2, I have Joe Burrow. I just think he's that dude. And at number 1, a guy who maybe you could put on any team, any roster, and he would get you to the wild card round, Patrick Mahomes. Any issue with the top 3?
No. Burrow's already proved it, and then he followed it up this year by showing that it wasn't just a one-year thing.
And good quarterbacks win, great quarterbacks cover. The Bengals 12 of the last 13 against the spread.
So, no, Josh Allen, I would say go higher, but you're right. You can't dismiss the turnovers in the red zone.
It kills me.
I'm still trying to figure out how they lost that Minnesota game. When all of a sudden the Vikings are like jumping up and down, touchdown, like, wait, what?
There's
just
no
happened
way
here.
Everybody okay?
Yeah, I can't dismiss the red zone turnovers either, but I mean, this goes in order of who's proven it more. Joe Burrow's proven it more than Josh Allen. Mahomes has proven it more than him. So yeah.
Well, all right.
So if Purdy beats Seattle, can we come back and do this next week and
Sure.
reshuffle the deck?
Why not?
I like this.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue it. I was
All
going
right.
to put Joe Burrow 3 and Josh 2, but
So there was nothing horribly out of order. That's all I
No,
wanted
I think
to see.
that Dak probably was the sticking point
Okay.
of where you put Dak because
Well,
he does
Cowboys are
great-
scumbags.
Right, but he does great things, and then you know what? Then you're the Cowboys and you're Dak, and you're like, wow, I can't believe you did that.
All right, football, sports. Yay.